Welcome to the deep dive. Ever stop and think about what really truly holds you together? I mean, yeah, there's the skeleton, but what's working behind the scenes, supporting, connecting, even defending, like every part of your body. Today, we are plunging right into the unsung hero, you could say, the silent architect inside us all, connective tissue. We've gone through a stack of articles, research papers, our notes, trying to uncover some genuinely surprising stuff about something that's literally everywhere in you, but, mostly ignored.
Exactly. And that's our mission today, really, to sort of peel back the layers on connective tissue. We want to get into the fundamental building blocks, its incredible range of functions. By the end of this, you'll hopefully have a totally new appreciation for this hidden architecture that's constantly working inside your own body. Understanding how it supports, connects, protects, head to toe all the time.
Okay, so when you say everywhere, you really mean everywhere. Our sources, they describe it as the most abundant and widely distributed tissue type in the whole body. That's a massive footprint for just one tissue type, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And that huge distribution, it's directly linked to its many, many crucial roles. Connective tissue isn't just common. It's like the body's ultimate multitasker. It does so much. Think about it. It sets up the structural framework for your whole body. It transports fluids and dissolved materials like a biological highway system. It acts as a protective cushion for delicate organs.
Okay.
But wait, there's more. It supports, surrounds, and interconnects other tissue types. It stores energy, specifically triglycerides, in fat cells. And importantly, it defends the body against invading microorganisms.
Ooh.
What's really fascinating is how this single tissue type pulls off such a diverse set of vital jobs, things we never even think about.
Right. Those 6 functions cover so much.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck on that last one, defending the body.
Yeah.
How does something that sounds structural get involved in defense? I mean, beyond just being a barrier.
Yeah.
And how does it do all this? What is this amazing stuff actually made of? What are the ingredients?
That's the key question, isn't it? And it really boils down to its unique composition. Our research shows that basically all connective tissue, no matter where it is or what specific job it's doing, has 3 core components. You've got specialized cells, something called ground substance, and extracellular protein fibers.
Okay, let's start there. Ground substance. Sounds a bit mysterious. What is it? What does it do?
Yeah, it does sound a bit vague. Think of it like maybe like a biological jello. It's this clear, viscous gel-like material. It fills the spaces between the cells, and it traps a lot of water. It's mostly water, actually. But it also has these special adhesion proteins, kind of sticky and complex sugar molecules that help bind everything. And crucially, because it's viscous, it actually slows down pathogens, makes it harder for bacteria or viruses to just zip through your tissues.
Okay, so it's not just passive filler.
Not at all. It's an active part of your body's first line of defense, in a way. Then, woven through this ground substance, you have the extracellular protein fibers. And interestingly, these fibers are produced by the cells themselves. There are 3 main types: collagen, elastic, and reticular fibers. We can get into those.
Okay, so the ground substance is the matrix, maybe?
Yeah.
And the fibers are the scaffolding. But you said the fibers are made by the cells. That brings us to the actual workers, the specialized cells.
Yeah.
What are they all doing? This is where it gets really interesting, right? Seeing the individual players.
Exactly. And there's quite a variety, each with a critical role. First up, you've got some key immune cells. These are some of your body's defenders. Think different types of white blood cells. You have lymphocytes, which are central to your adaptive immunity, recognizing specific threats. They often hang out in the lymphatic system. And neutrophils. They're like the rapid response team, rushing to infection sites to engulf invaders. Phagocytic cells.
Okay. Immune responders. Makes sense for defense.
Then there are mast cells. These are really important for kicking off inflammation when there's an injury or infection. They're like tiny alarm bells releasing chemicals. Histamine is the famous one, causes inflammation, that redness and swelling. But they also release other things that amplify the response.
Got it. The inflammation starters.
Right. Then, a bit different, you have adipocytes. These are simply your fat cells. Each one basically stores a single large droplet of fat. That's your energy reserve. Mesenchymal cells are pretty cool. They're basically stem cells living within the connective tissue. Super important for repair. If you get injured, these cells can actually differentiate into other types like fibroblasts or macrophages to help fix things.
Wow, stem cells right there in the tissue.
And then for color, you have melanocytes. They make melanin, the brown pigment in your skin and hair. You also have macrophages. These are large amoeba-like immune cells. Think of them as the body's vacuum cleaners. They roam around gobbling up pathogens, dead cells, debris, Really important cleanup crew.
Okay, macrophages. Got it.
And finally, maybe the most important ones structurally, fibroblasts. These are by far the most abundant cell type in connective tissue proper,
Hmm.
and their main job, their critical role, is building things. They are responsible for forming all three types of those extracellular protein fibers we mentioned earlier.
Ah, so they're the ones making the collagen and elastic fibers.
Exactly. Without fibroblasts, you wouldn't have the structural integrity. They're the construction workers.
Okay, that paints a clearer picture. Ground substance is the cement, fibers are the rebar, fibroblasts are the construction crew, constantly building and maintaining the whole structure.
So let's talk more about those fibers then, the structural superstars, giving the tissue its strength and flexibility. What makes each type special?
Right, each one has really distinct properties, which lets connective tissue adapt to all sorts of different demands in the body. First, you've got collagen fibers. These are the most common. They're long, straight, and unbranched, and they are incredibly strong. Like, the comparison to steel isn't just hype.
Really, as strong as steel. Pretty much, gram for gram. That's why your bones can take impact, why tendons are so tough. Because they're straight and unbranched, they resist force mainly in one direction. Think tendons connecting muscle to bone or ligaments connecting bone to bone. They need that linear strength. Also bones themselves, blood vessels.
Okay, collagen for directional strength. Makes sense. What's next?
Then you have elastic fibers. The name gives it away, right? They contain a protein called elastin. These fibers are branched and wavy, and their key feature is they can stretch and then return to their original length, like a rubber band.
Ah, recoil.
Exactly. Think about your skin snapping back when you pinch it, or the ligaments between your vertebrae that let you bend and twist. Your outer ear has them too. It's all about flexibility and snapback.
Okay, collagen for strength, elastic for stretch. What's the third type?
The third type is reticular fibers. These are a bit different. They form a delicate interwoven network or mesh, sometimes called a stroma. They are also strong and flexible, but because they form this network, they can resist forces coming from many directions, not just one.
Like a net.
Sort of, yeah. A very fine, strong net. They're really important for supporting the functional cells, the parenchyma of organs. They form supportive sheaths around organs like your liver, spleen, lymph nodes, kind of holding everything gently in place.
That's incredible. So you have the super strong cables, the stretchy bands, and the supportive nets, all made by those fibroblast cells. Amazing variety. Okay, to kind of wrap things up on connective tissue itself, let's touch on a really familiar example. Adipose tissue. Fat. Most people just think fat is, well, fat. Energy storage, maybe insulation, but is there more to it, especially thinking about all these hidden functions we've discussed?
Absolutely. Even fat isn't simple. There are actually two main types of adipose tissue, and they have different roles. First, there's white fat. This is the most common type of one we usually think of. Its main jobs are what you'd expect. Storing energy, yes, but also shock absorption cushioning organs and slowing heat loss insulation.
Okay, the standard stuff. What's the other type?
The other type is brown fat. Now, there's very little of this in adults, mostly found around the neck and collarbone area. It's quite different. It's much more vascularized, more blood vessels. And its adipocytes, its fat cells, are packed with mitochondria, those little energy factories in cells.
More mitochondria. Why?
Because brown fat's primary job isn't really storage. It's designed to break down fat specifically to produce heat. It's like your body's own internal furnace. It helps generate warmth, especially important in infants, but it still plays a role in adults. Scientists are actually really interested in it now, wondering if we can activate it to help combat obesity, for example. It totally changes how you think about fat, right?
Well, yeah, fat that burns fat to make heat. That's
Right.
definitely not what most people think of. So, okay, bringing this all together, what does this mean for you listening? This deep dive, I think it really shows that connective tissue, even though we rarely notice it, is this absolutely vital hidden framework. It's the scaffolding, yes, but also the defense system, the transport network, operating silently inside you, constantly adapting, protecting, connecting everything, bones, organs, blood vessels, skin. It's fundamental to how your body works. It's this resilient whole unit.
It really is. And what this depth dive highlights, I think, is how seemingly simple part cells, gels, fibers, when organized in specific ways, create these complex structures that can do incredible things. It kind of raises a bigger question, doesn't it? What other background players in our bodies are doing equally vital but maybe uncelebrated jobs right now? Maybe think about that. How many other fundamental processes are ticking away just beneath the surface of our awareness, keeping everything going? Makes you appreciate the complexity.